Good morning, everyone. This is Unit 1 of IAM Physics. In this session, I'll discuss MCQs on this paper from January 2015. In the first question, a plane is traveling horizontally at a constant speed. It releases a package of supply when in the position as shown. So when it will release the package, the velocity, the horizontal component of a velocity of a plane is same as for package. And whenever object is launched horizontally from certain height, it will undergo a projectile motion. So which option it matches with? C will be the right. Why not D? Because in D it shows that it continue to move horizontally for a greater period of a time, but because horizontal motion opposes by the air resistance opposes horizontal motion, so it will decrease. For question 2, a marble is dropped from a roof of a building and take 3.2 seconds to reach the ground. The approximate height, so we have the formula S is equals to ut plus half at square. Whenever object is dropped from certain height, its initial velocity is 0. So we'll take its initial velocity to be 0. So this factor, this will be 0. Time interval is 3.2 plus, and whenever object is falling, it is accelerating, and acceleration is due to gravity, which is 9.8. So it will be half into 9.8 into t square, so 3.2 square. So the distance travel will be equal to half 9.8 and 3.2 square. And it matches with option C, which is 50 meters. A box of weight 150 Newton is placed on inclined plane. The component of the box weight act along the plane, that is W dash. W dash in Newton is given by, so whenever object is on inclined surface, we'll take the axis. So this will be our axis according to the inclined surface. So angle with the inclined surface to the plane is same as angle between the weight and the new axis which we take, that is 15. And the component of a weight which is with an angle, that will be W cos 15, and against the angle, that will be W sine 15. So basically W dash is equals to W sine 15. So W is 150, so it will be 150 into sine 15. So the D is the right answer for this. In which of the following a vector is fully described? So to be a vector quantity, it should have a magnitude unit as well as the direction. So a car travel north, we have the direction, but we don't know any magnitude or unit. A crane moves a load 20, that's a magnitude, meter, that's a unit, and east is a direction. So B will be the right answer. A ball is thrown vertically upward with a velocity of plus 3 meter per second. At the maximum height acceleration, because when object is moving upward, it will always decelerate against the gravity when it is moving. So as it is moving upward, it is decelerating or speed will decrease. And what is the deceleration? So deceleration will be 9.8, but they're asking acceleration. So how we represent acceleration as deceleration? This should be minus 9.8, which shows that every second speed will change by 9.8 or decrease by 9.8. A ball is thrown vertically upward. It reaches a maximum height, moves down as it caught by a thrower at time t. Which of the following is the kinetic energy? So when object is moving up, it will decelerate or the speed will decrease. So when speed will decrease, the kinetic energy should also decrease because kinetic energy is proportional to v square. Formula is kinetic energy is half mv square. And when it is coming down, the speed will increase. So the kinetic energy proportional to v square, so kinetic energy will also increase. So first, going up, the kinetic energy should decrease. So A and B, both kinetic energy is decreasing. But when it is coming down, speed is increasing, so kinetic energy should increase. But for A, it is only decreasing. That's why B is the right answer. A material that is able to undergo a plastic deformation under compression. So when we can hammer into shape. So when a material can be hammered into shape or can undergo a plastic deformation under compression, we call that as a malleable. If the same question was there under extension or tensile force, then it will be ductile. When we are stretching an object can undergo a considerable plastic deformation, we call that as a ductile material. But when we apply force, compress to deform plastically, then we call that as malleable. Question 8. A girl of mass 30 kg and a boy of mass 45 kg on a frictionless floor holding the two ends of a rope. The boy pulls on the rope and the girl moves towards the boy. This is 30 kg, one is 45. So action and reaction forces are equal but opposite in direction. So applying the force, if the girl moves towards the boy with an acceleration of 3 meter per second square, what will be the acceleration and what will be the direction of the force? So what will happen to a boy? The boy will move towards the girl as it's a frictionless surface, and the force on the boy will be same as force on the girl, and we have the formula F is equals to ma. And if force is same, the relation between mass and acceleration are inverse. So the one which is having greater mass will have a smaller acceleration. So the boy moves towards the girl with initial acceleration but less than 3, so that they have the same resultant. They will have the same force on them. Question 9. A thin wire of uniform cross-sectional area is stretched by increasing force. Point W, X, Y, and Z are shown. Select the row for the table that correctly identify the yield point. Yield point means for a small change in force or no or small change in force produce a maximum change in length. And normally the yield point is in the region when the graph line is a parallel to strain axis or extension axis. So in this one, when we check, then the limit of proportionality, what is the limit of proportionality? So Z, you can clearly see Z is parallel to strain axis, so Z will be the yield point. What about limit of proportionality? The last point where the line is straight and it follows Hooke's law or stress proportional to strain. So this is a point where stress proportional to strain, so that's a limit of proportionality. And elastic limit, between the yield point. So we already identify Z will be the yield point and W. So the other option which we are left with, then Y will be the elastic limit. Normally elastic limit is between the limit of proportionality and the yield point. So you can have X or you can have Y, but because with a correct pattern, like Z is the yield point and W is the limit of proportionality, then we are only left with Y as a elastic limit. A force is applied across the end of a spring and the following force extension graph is drawn. 3 points P, Q, and R are marked on the graph. At point Q, a force applied is 0. So if force applied is 0, the extension will be 0 and we will have the spring in the original length. But we are increasing the force and extension is increasing, it means we are stretching it, because extension is the change in the length. So if change in length is increasing, it means that the object is stretched. And force is a vector quantity. So if this is a positive force which is stretching it, the negative force means it is compressing. So it matches with P is compression, Q there is no force, and R is extension. So it matches with option A. So this was Unit 1 of IEL from Jan 2015. In the next session, I'll discuss MCQs from other units.